Hello guys, today we have here a Samsung Galaxy S5, the SM-G900, and as you see the glass is broken and we will make a glass repair and a camera lens repair. The camera lens repair is very easy, but the glass repair is very difficult because we cannot dismantle the phone. The screws for the middle frame are under the display and the display is glued inside the display frame, and it's not only glued at the edge of the glass but under the display too, and that makes it so difficult because you must go under the display to damage the glue to remove the display with the glass together. So we try to remove only the glass and then we try to glue the new glass with not too much glue, because if the glue flows inside the front camera on the front sensor, the function will be blocked and then we must remove the display from the display frame to clean the front camera or sensor lens or something else. The first thing we should do is a system test, because we look is every function working, and we need to look that the touch is working too, because a glass damage do not confuse the touch function. So if the touch is not working, maybe we need to change the whole display. To come in the test menu, you need to call the number star hash key 0 star hash key, and then the test menu will open automatically. Everything is working, so we can start the repair with the camera lens, and we need to remove the back cover and the battery, and then we can heat up the camera lens up to 70 degrees. Then we can remove the silver frame at the edge of the lens, and then we can remove the camera lens. Be a little bit careful with the camera lens, because you can cut inside the camera and damage the camera. So we need to remove the old glue from the lens and from the frame, and then we can put the new glue on it, but be sure that everything is clean, so there's no dust between camera and camera lens. If everything is fine, you can put the new frame on the lens. But be careful, the silver frame needs to be correctly aligned. So now we try the glass repair. Make sure that you heat up the display onto 70 degrees or more, but not more than 85 degrees, because then we can damage the display. If the display is hot enough, you can take the spudger and remove every glass fragment from the display. Be careful with big fragments, because the display is not flexible enough. If you try to remove them with a spudger, you maybe break your display. So break big fragments into small fragments to remove them easily. Now we need to pay attention to the subkeys because they are flex cables and we can damage them with the spudger because the spudger is sharp and you can cut the flex cables. Or you remove the subkey with the glass and then you tear the subkey off, and that's not good. So pay attention and go with the spudger between glass and subkey and remove the glass from the subkey. The same rules are for the home button too. So we removed the glass and now we try to test the display again if everything is working. Then we need to clean the display with isopropyl and we need to remove the double-side advertised at the edge of the display. Often you can rub the big glue pieces from the display and you need only isopropyl for the finally work to make it very clean. So try with your finger to rub these glue pieces from display. Make sure that your display is very clean because every dirt between glass and display you will see later. So we need to be a little bit fuzzy. Now we try to put the double-side advertise on the frame or on the display, but I want it in the frame because there are the holes for the subkeys or the camera lens, and it's better if it's in the frame correctly aligned. Now we need some small double-sided advertised tape because we want to make a barrier for the glue, that the glue do not flow into the front camera or into the subkeys. So we put the double-sided advertised tape on the edge of the display, where you never see them later if we glued the display with the glass. You only need the advertised at the bottom and at the top of the display, not at the side. Because if we used a little bit too much glue, the glue maybe flow out of the side from the display and not into the front camera or in the subkeys. Now comes the hardest part. You need to dose the UV glue. Here I have 5 grams, but you need only 4, maybe a little bit more than 4 grams. If you put too little glue on the display, maybe you will have some bubbles later, and this will not look pretty. I use a shape from a dog bone, because later you can easily press the glue into the corners of the display. If you got some bubbles inside the glue, you can destroy them with a spudger. And then we can put the glass on the glue. You lay down the glass at the bottom of the phone, and then you drop it slowly on the glue that no bubble can erase. If some bubble will erase, you can lift the glass up slowly and destroy the bubble and try another attempt. If the glass is completely on the glue, you need to press it down and press the air out of the sides of the phone. Then you need to hold the corners of the glass, that the air cannot go back between glass and display. And then you need to hold it under the UV lamp for maybe a minute. After that you need to do it with the other side too. If the corners are safe, then you can clean the glass and put the phone then completely under the UV lamp. Now we will wait 10 minutes, but you need to put the phone sometimes out of the UV lamp and clean the home button, that the home button will be movable. You need to clean the home button with isopropyl and a toothbrush. If everything is ready, we will start the phone and go into the Samsung test menu. And there we will check the front camera, the brightness sensor and the motion sensor. If everything works, we need to clean up the display because in every gap is some UV glue, and we need to clean it with isopropyl and put it back in the UV lamp and clean it another time to make sure that we clean the most of the UV glue out of the gaps. So everything is fine, but only the home button is a little bit strange because there's some glue around him, and you can clean him with isopropyl, but it works very, very good. Now I put some protection glass on it and we are done. If you have any questions, you can ask me under this video in the comments, or you can send me a message on Instagram. Okay, have fun and good luck, and we see us in the next video. Goodbye.